Thank you very much, Malakas. Thank you very much. I'm good. How are you doing? I can only see a cross. I can only call you Cross. Not even that you're cross, but MM Cart loves me. That always makes me laugh when people say that. They say I love you. You're like, what should I say to that? I can't say I love you back because then I'll get into trouble. I don't want to get myself into trouble. But thank you. I appreciate it. So, what are we going to learn today? So, before we get into learning, I am transitioning to here. This is important. So, if you guys like what I do, if you love what I do, I've just found out something today, and I think I know how to upload all of my videos onto this channel. So everything that I'm recording now is going to be uploaded onto this channel. I just found it out just now. I can't believe it. So I'm really happy with that. This is a leg. This is just pencil. This is just pencil. It's not actually anything to do with painting. So if you want to know more about what I'm doing, and if you want to watch all of my TikTok live streams, they will be uploaded here very soon. I think I might even do them tomorrow. So probably tomorrow I won't be around to do any live streams because I'm going to be uploading all of these videos. I'm so excited. I hope it's going to work because that has been a thorn in my side for a long time. So what I wanted to show you guys today, last shoot of the day, is how to shade. Look at that, baby. This is a tutorial. The tutorial is about shading. I will teach you guys what I know about shading. Yes, I'm going to upload them. I will probably even start today because I think I've stumbled across something that might have really helped me. I hope so. I really hope so. And then I can start uploading them. So, how did I draw this? How did I draw these bodies here, right? These are quite extreme examples, but they illustrate my point. So, as you may know, I am doing this for free. So if you like what you see, please hit the like. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Just give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Because sometimes, yeah, you can. Good. Okay. So what we're going to do is, I'm just going to adjust this quickly because sometimes it's all a bit weird. There you go. That's it. I can see you now. Yes. So hit the like button if you like what you see. And let's get into this. As you can see here, I've got a selection of pencils, right? This is important to understand, right? I've done a tutorial about this before, but you can never not understand these things because if you don't understand it, you'll never get the results you want, right? So if you want to get good results like this, you have to understand these babies here, all right? So don't look at this as this is boring. No, this is not boring. This is important because then you can take your artwork to the next level. Do you understand? So these are all factors with regards to our artwork that we have to understand. So we've got pencils that have different softnesses, right? That is something crucial to understand. I should turn them that way really because I can read them better. So I'm going to show you the difference between the hardest, which is what I've got here, and the softest, which I've got here, right? So I'm going to break it down for you. I haven't got every single pencil. However, all of these pencils have different hardnesses, right? And I will illustrate that to you all in a moment. So my softest pencils, the softer pencils start with a H. So we have a 4H here, right? So what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to shade with this is the 4H. You see that? You can hardly see it, right? So this is the 4H. And when you press on that pencil, it's quite hard. Even what I'm writing here, you can't even really read it. And I'm going to leave it like that for now. And then I'll write it in pen later on. So this is the 4H, right? And then we have here, I've got the 3H. So the 3H should be slightly softer, slightly. So I'm going to try and draw the same hatch here. And you can see it's roughly the same. There's not a huge difference between the two, but there's a slight difference. I'm pressing roughly about the same. You can see it's slightly darker. Actually, it's slightly darker here, which is a bit weird. But never mind. We're going to keep going. So we've got 3H here. And every time I swap the pencil, it should actually get lighter. Have I got a 2H? I don't think I have. So now I've got a HB. I'm going to, because we've skipped a few now. So now you can see it's getting gradually darker. So we should actually have a 1H, a 2H in between. But we're jumping straight to HB. See that? So it's gradually getting darker. That's the HB. Now I've got a 1B here. As you can see, it's gradually getting darker. Oopala. Excuse me. So we've got 1B. Put that away. Let's grab a 2B. Hopefully it's this one. Yes. So I'm trying to make sure that I don't press any harder to illustrate the point, right? So there's not much difference between the 1B and the 2B, but they have a different grade. Put that to the side. I think this is a 3. Yes. It's really getting soft now. As you can see, it's getting darker very quickly. And this is a fundamental you have to understand, right? I know you might be, oh, this is boring. What's this got to do with drawing? It's got a lot to do with it if you want to achieve goals like this. Yes, I am recording. And Kim, I think I've stumbled across something that I can upload the videos myself. I can't believe it. So tomorrow I might not even be online. I might just be uploading all day on YouTube. So that is amazing. I just stumbled across it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 3B. So now we're going 4B. 2B or not 4B. So trying to keep the pressure the same. And obviously you have to be aware of what surface you have behind. So this surface will come through in your artwork. So if you want it to be really smooth, do not shade on cardboard because it will change your artwork. So this is the 4B. You pick up the texture from underneath. How is your arm? So we've got our 4B here. So let's go 5. See that? So now we've got 5B. You can look at that. You can gradually see it's getting darker and darker and darker, right? 6 is where? 6 should be here. Yeah, it's here. I'm trying to keep the weight the same to illustrate the point. So it's roughly about, I could probably put a little bit more on it. So that would be the 6B. And go for a 7. You can actually feel it's really soft now when you start scribbling with it. Like so. So that's 7. And lastly, I only have 8. I'm not sure if there's any more after that, but probably is. So now I've got my 8B. so. You can gradually see there's a slight change, very slight. You know, between 8 and 7 is maybe not massive, but between 8 and 6 is quite big. Between 8 and 5 is quite big as well. So let's write 8B. So when you are learning to draw, it's important to understand when to use what pencils where. Some people like to use the HB because it's a very average pencil, bit of an all-rounder pencil. In between HB and 2B, these are very good for sketching. Maybe the 6 to 8 is too dark. That's something you have to find out yourself. So let me see what's going on here. You're so good at tutorials. Thank you, Angie. Thank you very much. Recording? Yes, I am. Got that already. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you really like it, please share it. Massive. What is massive? Oh dear. Oh dear. What's massive? Not sure. So, has anyone got any questions about what I've done up until now? Has anyone got any questions? Because the goal is that we draw something like this, right? If that's our goal, we have to understand our pencils, right? So like here, let's take it a little bit further, right? I need to... Where's your bite? Have I got a bicep? Oh yeah, I'll put you... Let me just close this door. This is really annoying. Right, good. Exactly, 2B and 4B. There you go. You got your favorites. And say, for example, if you start using the 8s, this is for really deep grey tones, right? So you have to gauge it, right? And I've got my pencils kind of separate. So I've got my harder pencils, medium, and then I've got my softer pencils, right? So this is what you have to bear in mind. If I draw a circle with a HB, like so, that's a HB. If I draw a circle with, let me try and get a free H, you can even hear it's harder. You can hear it. You can see it and you can hear it, right? If I draw a circle with a free B, see? I don't have to press as hard. The results are the same, but the color is darker. This is a 6B. You can see the tonal difference, right? But what you have to do now is, I'm going to leave all of these spheres here, right? We've got light sources coming from here. The light is coming from here, here, and here, right? At the moment, these objects look flat, right? But if we start to add some shading around here, this area here, like so, what you have to do is you have to get into the technique. I like to hold the pencil like this when I do this technique, where you start shading. So I'm pressing quite hard here. And then I'm gradually lifting, like so, to the point that you can't really see anything anymore. So I'm trying to get a gradient, right? So this is something you should practice a lot. That was with the HB. I'm going to write that here again, right? So that's the gradient with a HB pen. So now I'm pencil, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same gradient with the 2B. Still quite hard. And then I'm gradually lifting off to the point that we can't see it anymore. I'm going to grab a 4B. Oops, I should have written that down. 4B. Pressing quite hard. Gradually lifting off to the point that I don't press anymore. And the last one, I'll just grab a 6B. 6B. Pressing harder. Pressing, pressing, pressing. Gradually lifting off. There you go. Trying to get a nice smooth gradient there. How do I know? It's got it written here. It's got it written here. Don't know if you can see that. It's got a label on it there. So it's important to know that. It's important to know, even here, you can just see it here, HB. Can you see that? There you go, HB. So that's important, right? Any other questions? Thank you very much for the roses. Much appreciated. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. And if you really like what you see, please share it with your friends and so on. You have a HB. Good. There you go. You've learned something. Very important, right? As I said, why is that important? Because then we can achieve things like this. I did a tutorial about this before, and I drew this kettlebell. You see this kettlebell? I drew this kettlebell. The border here, the sketch was done with a HB. And then as I gradually use softer pencils, I add more color and depth to the artwork. And I drew it like this on purpose. I drew it like this on purpose so you can really see that this metal has a texture and it has light and it's a bit uneven, but you can really see it has these depths of tone. This became that. So hold on a minute, I'll have a look in the chat. I'm just tidying that up a bit. See that? That is stage one. That's the final stage, right? I'll leave that there just in case. Hold on, I'm just scrolling down. So when I sharpen my pencils, it's funny, the kids were fascinated by when I used to sharpen the pencils. I have a pocket knife like this, and I sharpen them like that. I sharpen all my pencils like this. I never use a sharpener. I never use a pencil sharpener, traditional pencil sharpener. I always sharpen my pencils like that. And the kids were fascinated because they say, how do you sharpen your pencil so long? And that's the reason. The reason I sharpen them like that is because when I want to draw or shade, when I want to shade anything, I can tip the pen saw. You see, that's the thing. When I'm always using the pen, I always say the pen, because I use the big pen a lot. As you probably know, I use the big pen tons. So sometimes I forget what to say. I say pencil instead of pen, but that's just my because I'm always switching tools. So excuse me for that. So that's how I sharpen my pencils. And the reason I sharpen them like that is so if I'm using this is a 1B and I want to shade this ball here, I'm pressing harder and then gradually lifting. You see how I'm holding the pencil? It's really quite flat. I want it to cover a wider surface area. That's why I'm not holding it like this, which is more precise. I'm tipping it. So I'm tipping it. And then you have to slowly gauge the weight that you press, how much you press. So wherever it's darkest, that's where you press hardest. Like here, I want the light to be on the side here, sorry, at top here, and I want the shade to be at the side here. So now I'm using this technique here where I press initially and then I gradually lift off like so. And now I want a precise line. So I've switched the pencil. I've switched the pencil around and I want a really hard line here. So I've added my hard line and then I'm going to shade it again. So now we have a lovely spherical object. I could even, because I've gone over my line a little bit, I can tidy that line up a bit with my rubber to make that nice and spherical. So we now have our board. So I might need to tidy that away because I'm going to blow it and knock it all over the floor. Oh, geez, there you go. See, that nearly happened. So let me just see what's going on in the chat. I'll put this back here just to show you. Yeah, I do recommend mechanicals, but mechanicals are more for precise work. I would use the mechanical for hatching. If I'm hatching something, let's see if I've got something here. The mechanical I would use for this type of work, because you've got a consistent width to the lead. Here you'd have to probably, you've got broader sizes or faces on this lead, and it will make a very broad line. But if you want a consistent line weight, maybe you can go mechanical for that. Or that's what I would do. Oh, I've just got just a basic pocket knife, really. It just has to be sharp. No, it's not Mike Tyson. It's actually, what's his name? Anderson Silva. My name's Anderson Silva. I thought you'd recognize me. Many people don't recognize me, but I'm Anderson Silva. Yeah. So let me just scroll down a little bit. Yeah, no. If I should just show you quickly. It depends. These type of pencils with this longer nib, if I'm sketching something, I can still have this longer lead tip. But if, say for example, let's do the same exercise here, right? So, oh, it's got really dirty, excuse me. So look here, if I'm hatching this, I can use a HB as well. Do you see that? You see, I've actually just hatched that with the HB. But usually I tend to use the mechanical for when I'm hatching. But it's doable. But I'd never use the mechanical for shading. I would never use it to shade something. I would definitely use it to hatch something. And the reason why I like to use the mechanical is, as I said, because it's consistent thickness all the time. You can get 0.5 or 0.7, which is a bit bigger, which is cool as well. So you've got that consistent line. If I draw a line with this pencil here, let's see if there's a difference. No, this one is a bit thinner. This is going to be really thin. There you go, you see? And obviously it depends on how you tip the pencil. Because if you discover a flat side of your pencil, the line is going to be broad. I didn't discover one there. But yeah, it does get broader when you get that flat side of the pencil. That's even thinner. There you go. So you can see you avoid this variation, especially when you start using the pencil. As you can see now I'm flattening it. It's making it a lot. It started like that, but now it's getting a lot flatter. I'm always going onto that flat side. And then what you do is, what I tend to do is, when I'm hatching something or if I'm shading something, I don't, if it's a hatch like this, I would prefer to go darker with just hatching, and then darker again with just hatching. And then you get that gradient. So if we could call that phase 1 is here, phase 2 is here, phase 3 is here. So 1, 2, 3. So let's go a little bit lighter here. So we got phase 1, so we can almost call that phase 0. We got phase 2, all the way to the bottom again, phase 3. And then now we've got this almost hairy gradient of grey tones. Oh, thank you. Yeah, check my profile. Yeah, I hope that helped you, Elvira. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. Exactly. Yeah, that's why I want to cover a wider area. You see that? And as soon as I flatten the pencil, look, I make a stroke like that, and it's fat. It's a fatter stroke. If I tip it up like this, it's thinner. But if I find the flat side here, it's only a matter of time before I cover a wider area. And then I press harder, and then I relax the pressure, and then we've got that nice tone. Thank you for the follows, by the way, and thank you for the lovely gifts, Soline. So I'm just having a look at the chat. This is what I do when I... Yeah, that's a good idea, Mary. Practice. Just draw lines. Drawing lines is amazing. And shading, just it zones you out somehow. Oh my God. Are you Anderson Silva for real? No, I'm not Anderson Silva, no. That's too funny. That is too funny. I used to do martial arts, yes, but I'm too old now. I used to. Hazel and hard. Oh, really? Oh, it helped. Good, Elvira. Okay, good. Good. So, right, what's the time now? We have got maybe another, I can't see the time. Okay, how long have we been going? Yeah, I'll probably do another 15 minutes, just quickly. So, where was I going with this again? With regards to pencils, shade. Oh, yeah, that's right. So, look at this now, right? If you've got a HB, let's do another circle here, right? This is our subject. Light source is coming from here. Let's draw a little sun. So, is that someone from my school? 6'7". I bet that's someone from my school. I bet you. Who is that from the school? Wer ist das? Von der Schule, Ballenen. Wie heißt du? So, what we're going to do is, we're going to start our shading. Light source is here. We're going to start our shading here with, let's go darker. We're going to go 4B. And then I'm going to switch. I'll switch it in a minute. So let's take that line away. Make it look a little bit more precise. So I'm going to go 4B. And I will attempt to turn this into a 3-dimensional object, right? So I'm going quite light. If you like what you see, please hit the like button. So I'm going quite light. it's better to start light than to go mad and dark, because you can always build your tone gradually. So that's why I would recommend, even if you've got a softer pencil, start light anyway, and then gradually build up the tone. As you can see how I'm holding the pencil is for the surface area. I want to cover a wider surface area. Right, so now I'm feeling a bit more confident. I'm going to start pressing a bit harder. And I've tipped the pencil because I want to get more, apply more pressure to the tip. So that was a 4B, right? Thank you, Julia. That's very nice of you to say that. Yeah. Can I? Yeah, I don't consider myself an artist, really. I consider myself an inspirer, not an artist. The little son is cute. Oh dear. Okay, so now I'm going to here, 4B. Now I'm going HB. Same technique. And now I'm pretty much applying the same pressure as before, but it's really lightening it. Have you noticed that? Can you see it? See that? So even if I go over to the 4B section, it's not really going to make much difference. It's just going to soften it. It's going to make the gradient even smoother. But now we've got a gradient. So that was our HB. And let's test. Let's go one step further and go 3B. 3B or not to be. Let's see what's that one. Oh, no, we're not 3B. H. Well, no, I don't even think we need to. But well, let's do it anyway. But we can hardly see anything. But what I would 100% do is I'm going to put this to protect it quickly. Oh, your girlfriend's under there. I didn't even realise. This is a photocopy of her. Look at that. Kim, your girlfriend, mate. She's here saying hello. That's me recycling paper, actually. So I'm adding my darkest tone here. And now we have a smooth three-dimensional board. And what I would do here now is probably even take this line out because it looks a bit unrealistic. Take that away. There you go. So we have a three-dimensional crescent. Thank you, hello, Anna, here. Oh, you're welcome, mate. You're really welcome. Thank you for that. I appreciate when people write things like that. It's nice. Very nice indeed. Does anyone have any tips for me? I want to draw. My tip to you is join my YouTube and join my TikTok, and then you will definitely learn to draw. I'll have you drawing like a legend like that. I'll have you drawing like a legend. Guaranteed. Yoshi and Maisie. Is it Maisie or Mazzy? I don't know. Maisie? Maisie. I'm going to say Maisie. Thank you very much for the gifts. Oh dear. What did you do? Did you injure it on the bike? Yeah, this is yeah. I was recycling this. I need to think that is well. This is just a rubbish paper, so I think I photocopied it for a reason, and I need to add some grey tones. I might add some grey tones to it and black to it. The original, not this one. So okay, no. Where's your ballerina, Maisie? Or you have to? Is it Maisie or Mazzy? You have to let me know. Oh, I did see V's. Yeah, I did see V's ballerina. I did. I did. Yeah, I did. I did. Excuse me. Oh, it's brilliant. Oh, thank you, Inken. Danke vielmals. Sehr lieb von dir. When you explain it so much more than how it's explained to me in the school. Oh, but there you go. There you go. Hast du auch verstanden, Inken? Hast du auch verstanden, was ich gemacht habe? Oder muss ich etwas erklären? She's from, I think she's in Germany. That's why I'm switching the languages a little bit. Oh, das kennst du schon. Okay, good. Yes, I speak German. That's right. Good. Okay. So that's pretty much it. So these are the techniques that you will use. As I said, you can use these techniques pretty much on anything, right? I've used it. Oh, look, see, that was this morning. I'm using pipe recycling everything. There you go. This is an example as to how you can use this technique. You have a kettlebell, one-dimensional flat, just a line drawing, and then by just adding your layers of color of tone, you can make it look like something that has weight and texture and so on. Oh wow. How can you make it affordable? You just buy a box of A4 paper, a box of decent pencils, and then you're off. That's all you need. Your brain can do it. It's just maybe you're not ready to do it. You just it's too it takes a lot of brain work. If I'm honest, it does take a lot of brain work. Good. Any questions before I go? And then obviously that's when you apply it to things like that. When you start getting into your shading, this is how you can draw crazy stuff like this, like Kim's legs, for example. This always looks weird when I do it like that. It looks weird. They don't actually belong together, but it just looks strange. Really? Do you have legs like that? My God. Damn. Ah. Okay. You should talk to Kim. He's a photographer. And in fact, Kim, you need to get in contact with me because you said you wanted to do a live stream on light. And we haven't managed to do it yet. But we will do that, I'm sure, at some point. You're more than welcome. Yes, so that's how you use these techniques, basically. These techniques help you achieve things like that. That's why it's good to practice it. Yeah? Good. Well, that's it. We've done well. I think most of you have understood it. It's just a short one, but you have to practice this. You have to practice it. And like I said, if you've got a surface underneath When you shade, that surface is going to come through into your artwork. So do not shade on a rough surface. Make sure it's as smooth as possible, because now I can see this texturing. It could be something that you could use, but initially, smoother the better. Yeah? Good, good, good. Okay. I've posted this one already. I might just photograph this one anyway and post it, because I know people do like to see it. Due to post this one as well. So I've got a few posts I have to do over the next day or so. So thank you all for joining me. I know it's not a, crash bang tutorial, but it's something very important. It's the foundation to what we're doing as well. So I wish you all a lovely day, and I will hopefully see you all soon, very soon. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't yet subscribed to it. Recommend me to all your friends. Put that here. Don't curl over. I pretty much stream every day. This is the second one today. Third, because I don't work in the mornings. I work in the afternoons. I teach in the afternoons. So usually I do mornings and maybe evenings, but not so much in the evening. Good. Okay. Have a lovely evening. Evening? I think I'm getting tired now. Have a lovely afternoon, and we will catch up very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. See ya. Good night. Well, yeah, good night. Yeah. It's actually afternoon here, but yeah. Have a great day. Take care, V. Mazzy, thank you very much. Kim, for your time. Much appreciated.